Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
2nd down coming up.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. In this area of the field, you want to get heat on the quarterback, but that roughing the passer penalty gives up a 1st and goal. They go to the ground. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. To the ground with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Got a man. It's Cross. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to fire on second down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tiger!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Gator. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. On the run from inside his own 5. He would go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
makes his connection. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's crossed. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollack.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Pulls it in. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I tell you what, these big body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. Usually you got littler guys, it's hard, you got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll let one go down the right side. And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. Hands it off. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to run this quarterback. Kept it, and he's past the marker. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Gators are rolling down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up 14 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Fast motion from the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first.
Timeout, Florida.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
Punt formation to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Running to the left. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking for a crease. It's Mayo. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Motion from the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. And the Gators will hustle to the line. To the ground. He's got it again. And he breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. He'll pull it down and run. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
The give from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Smashes through. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They open opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come.
He had a chance to get rid of it and avoid the loss. Instead, the defense pushes him out of bounds for the loss.
You got to keep chasing and keep defending. When you got scrambling QBs that get outside the pocket, you got to keep defending down the field, keep coverage on the wide receivers, and good job with pursuit drill, running them down, making them run out of bounds, and that counts in the record books for a sack. Give me one of those, please.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Hard-hitting tackle.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out loud.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Gators will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense.
Working that deep right side, an excellent concentration on the catch.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. It's complete on the right side.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Offense facing 4th down.
Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Auburn lines up quickly. Trying to surge it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Touchdown, Auburn! And that one will give them the lead. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. James Madison went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Dukes. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Karapateas. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
Got his man downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. A designed run for the quarterback. Across the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot
right down the gun of the field. At the 30. The 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. kick the offense back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Now on the move. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Auburn 28, Florida 24.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Gators in the hurry up. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Second down coming up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Racing to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You get a little bit of time to throw, you can move guys with your eyes, that drag comes wide open, good throw, good catch, first down.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals, they're not going to get him back in, and so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Got the quick completion. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll leave it with him. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. Quarterback gets past the marker. All kinds of running room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
And the Gators are marching down the field. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Karapateas. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the 1st down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit, nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Got a man, it's Willingham. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
The Gators will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the move. Shakes off a tackler. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Leaves it with the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a 1st down with a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. people are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite of what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.